Hey, I'm the 13th Wolfman. You know what? Random Ross hit 100 subs. And he's throwing a giveaway, which is very, very cool. I'm happy for him. The guy does a lot of really cool stuff. He's very active in the community. He gets involved with everyone's videos. I mean, I see him commenting all the time. He comments on my stuff. That's like, when I put something up, I can always expect to see a comment from Ross, which is very cool. So he's doing a giveaway, and the giveaway is a little different. Usually there's a question. It's like, so what's your favorite blah? Or, it's like, what's your favorite movie? What's your, in this case, he wants us to tell him a story. And he wants us to tell him about the funniest thing that's happened to us or something that we've done. And, and so I took a few days to think about this. When I was younger, I used to run around with, it was myself and 3 other guys. We all ran around together, and the guys were Joe, Brian, and Dwayne. And I'd known Joe most of my life. Brian was Joe's cousin, and Dwayne was a guy that went to high school with Brian. And Brian was, he was one of the more odder people, He wants to argue with you just in the case of arguing. Either that or he thinks he's right, and 9 out of 10 times, he's wrong. And it was always like the goofiest stuff. But that's neither here nor there. I don't even know why I'm telling you that. But he had a mass amount of cars over the time that we were hanging out together. He had this little 280Z Datsun with oversized tires on them. He had a Chevy Love pickup truck, and then he had a 73 Camaro, which was probably the nicest car he ever had. He got rid of that car, and he got a 79 Camaro. Now, the 79s were, this body style was, it just, I didn't care for it. It wasn't my thing. He thought it looked cool. It was a bright canary yellow, which we would all refer to as Predator yellow. This was the kind of car you'd see like some kind of guy hanging out in the junior high parking lot, trying to pick up chicks. It's basically it's the kind of car we saw the guy from Dazed and Confused, the Matthew McConaughey character driving, even though that wasn't the car in the movie, but that's just the character that we always thought. Well, he loved this car. And one night we had set this elaborate prank up way in advance. So one night we were like, okay, let's all go out, let's all have a good time. Brian, Dwayne will drive. We'll get in Dwayne's Valiant and go hang out. And so Brian could leave his car at home. And so we do that. We go out and Brian's not, a little bit later, it gets to the point where it's later in the night and everyone's like 3 sheets to the wind, except me. I just don't drink. I never have. We get back to Brian's place and I say, dude, I go, can I have your keys just to make sure, you don't do anything stupid? Because, well, that was Brian's nature. And so he says, sure, and I said, I'll get back to you tomorrow. No big deal. Well, we also had another friend, Joe and I. We had another friend that worked at a wrecking yard. And what we did is we found out ahead of time that another 1979 Camaro, canary yellow, or Predator yellow, whatever you want to call it, whatever color you want to call it, came into the wrecking yard. And only thing that's left is the shell. Just this, no doors, no windows, no engine, no fenders. It's the shell of the car. So while Brian was asleep, we took his car and moved it. His neighbor had this giant semi with a trailer on it, and we just moved it onto the other side of the trailer. Where from what Brian's doorway. You can't see the other side of it. You can't see underneath it to see that there's a car there. And we brought in this shell and just placed it right there. Went home. And sure enough, next morning we get a phone call. And he's almost in tears on the phone. And so Brian calls me. I call Joe. Joe calls Dwayne. We all jump in the car and go over to Brian's. And he is completely flipping out. He's just losing it. And it's nothing but a shell. It's just, it's to us, we're just laughing on the inside. It's probably one of the cruelest pranks we've ever done, but there was nothing wrong. I mean, the other car was 100% fine. It just moved, you know. And we let him go on and on and on and on. And, you know, his sadness went from sadness to anger in like about 30 seconds. And we're like, okay, well, I guess we need to let him off the hook. And we showed him the other side. We showed him where his car was. And he wasn't happy with us. I never quite... I mean, it was just a prank. You know, we're all young. We're in our late teens, early 20s, you know. It's that time of your life where the pranks are good and the friendships are better. I mean, honestly, it was a really, really funny prank. Yeah, I haven't talked to him since. No, that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, we've talked. We don't hang out. You know, the four of us are, you know, spread to the four corners of the world. We don't get to hang out as much as we used to, but yeah, that was a good one. So that's my contest, and that's my entry to Random Ross's contest. I hope you enjoy the story. I'm pretty sure Brian, you know, doesn't tell it a whole lot. Me, if I get a chance, I'll tell it. You know. So with that, I'm the 13th Wolfman. Of course, you know what? I'm on the prowl.